Well, because of my high profile status, as they call it in the system, they put me in a special housing unit where only high profile cases inmates could be. Um, it's a PC unit. They call it protective custody, but it's not your normal protective custody. It's strictly for high risk inmates. I was locked up with Dennis Kozlowski, who's real famous. He yeah, like me and him, like he used to do my laundry, like you know what I mean, like and it's crazy. And we used to have conversations about all kinds of things, like you know. We used to sit there and watch the stock market on CSNBC and just and he used to teach me a lot of stuff that he was into. And I was locked up with the chief of police of Albany. They got caught for dealing with keys of cocaine. I was locked up with DAs, judges, and some real high profile people. So I learned a lot from being around them. And we would have long conversations about things like racism and the police and the whole world basically. The relevant topics that we would talk about. And it was interesting, man. I learned a lot from them. I definitely learned a lot from being around these people, and it taught me about race relations. You know what I mean? Just being around these different types of individuals from different walks of life, and it taught me really how to deal with people. How to communicate. It definitely helped my communication skills. You know what I mean?
Why do you think Jay-Z has become so popular? And what do you think that he said about you that you could have been possibly the greatest hip hop artist of all time?
What makes Jay Z popular? Number one, what made him who he is today is that Jay Z is really no different from Mobb Deep. Jay Z talks about what's going on in his projects, what goes on in his whole borough of Brooklyn on a street level, from drug dealing to shootings to everything that basically what we talk about. But the difference is with Jay is that he's more along the lines of the drugs, of the drug dealers. And the drug dealers, you know, they're about that money. They're about making money, staying away from trouble. It's bad for business for a drug dealer to have shootouts. You know what I mean? That's bad for business. You're not gonna make any money. You're making it hot. Now police is coming. You know what I mean? So that's his whole mentality. He's all about the business, making money, and not making it hot with the police. You know what I mean? So you can see his progression from that as he merged into the whole business world, the corporate world. It's the same mentality as the drug dealer. You know what I mean? He tried to stay away from the negativity and the nonsense so he can make his money. And his lyrics is still the same. He just carries himself more with class, and he knows how to attract that audience where that's where the money's at. That's what he does, and that's good. That's a good thing. That's what he chooses to do. That's his flavor. That's his style, and that's what's up.
And what do you think what he said about you that you could have possibly been the greatest hip hop artist of all time?
I think the possible part is a little jab. You know what I mean? But but yeah. That was. I took that as a compliment when he said that. Actually, you know what I mean? I agree with the little jab because I would have did the same thing. I'd have punched him in his ribs and gave him a hug at the same time. Also, you know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what that was. He punched me in my ribs and hugged me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's cool, man. I took it as a compliment. The thing that me and Jay Z went through, it was a little discrepancies and some things that he said that I didn't like about the whole East Coast West Coast drama. That's where that comes from. Jay Z has said some things about it, and I just felt I didn't agree with it because he really wasn't around at that time when it happened. We were the ones that had our lives on the line. We were risking our life. You know what I mean? We were still doing shows in California after people got killed. You know what I mean? And we were involved with that whole drama. Like we damn near started that beef. You know what I mean? So we were still doing concerts, still doing shows, still dealing with California, still dealing with certain things because we didn't look at it as a coastal beef. We looked at it as a beef between two crews, and we're not gonna ostracize or say forget California. You know what I mean? They running with Pac. Nah, it's not like that. You know, that's not the reality of the situation. Everybody in Cali didn't agree with that. You know, we had a lot of Mobb Deep fans in California still, so we were still going out there doing shows, and I just felt like our life was on the line. You know, and we risked our life for what we believed in. You know what I mean? And for him to come out later on after everything died down, after everything was over, and for him to say, you know, New York been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings, which is a line from one of his records. I just felt I took offense to that. You know, I took like what are you talking about? Where was you at when all that went down? You know what I mean? Like, so that's how it started. You know what I mean? And really, it's nothing. You know, it was really nothing. But I felt like I had to say something about that. You know, and it just escalated from there. But you know, after the whole drama with us, me and Jay Z actually spoke about it, and he was like, "Yo, listen, man, there's no beef, there's no drama. Let's just keep it just music. It's a little music battle, like you know what I'm saying? A little music rivalry." So I said, "No doubt, it's nothing, man. Let's do that." And we shook hands. You know what I'm saying?
Some competition sometimes is good for the blood.
Yeah, it's good for business too. You know what I mean? Sometimes.